What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and as of recent, a couple people have came to me and said, hey, I found this at my local gun store. It was used, picked it up based off your advice, worked out great. I've had a couple other people say, hey, can you make a video on your best used pickups and stuff like that? And that's simply because they found some great stuff for great prices that run. Now, I do have to say, make sure you're checking the firearms out, inspect them, investigate them. Go to good firearm stores. Sometimes some of these hole-in-the-wall stores, are actually pretty solid, but that's on the inside and, the quality and so on. Don't go to a beat-down piece of dump. I'm not saying don't go to local small gun stores, but make sure it's pretty decent before you buy anything from them. Now, buying used, I've had zero issues. Literally not a single problem. I've had better luck with used handguns than I have with brand new handguns right out of the box. Now, my buddy actually bought a Shield Plus, sorry, not a Shield Plus, a Shield Performance Center, this exact handgun, and he has had a miserable, miserable time with his. So, it's just luck of the draw, but like I said, I've been flawless on every single used pickup I've ever got, and this is not even all of them. This is just some of my favorites that we're going to go over today, and I'm going to basically show you why you should not buy a used handgun. Now, obviously, if it's a new release and you've been waiting on it, then sure, go for it. But if you just want a good, reasonably priced handgun, buy used. I'm telling you. Right now, one of my favorite handguns, the FNS9C. I've seen these as low as $250, typically not going more than $350 used. It's an FN, guys. Subcompact. And the one thing about subcompacts I like is, you may carry a Glock 19 or a Glock 17, but you could never shrink it. My Glock 26 can always get Glock 19 and Glock 17 capacity, and that goes with this handgun and any other subcompact you see. They all take the larger magazines from the larger handguns. So that's just an awesome quality that subcompacts have. Also, they tend to have a barrel that's right in the middle of 3 inches and 4 inches. Compacts are on 4 inch. Micro 9s are about 3.1. Subcompacts typically are between 3.4 and 3.7. So you're playing the middle ground, which is just, more efficient in terms of ballistics, right? Anyways, love the FNS9C. I've actually been carrying this a lot lately, and I'm going to continue simply because it's been reliable, and it's a great shooting handgun. Just a great shooting handgun. Next up, a Glock 26. I got this a little below 300. Left me a little extra money to have it stippled by one of our buddies, and on top of that, their company did the finish for it. So it turned out like an absolute gem. I mean, it really turned out great. And like I said, you can always find Glock 26s, 27s, 19s, 17s, 22s, and 23s because police are always trading them in. For instance, got this Glock 27 for $275. Still not even a scratch in it. Had some leftover money. What did I do? Turn it into a nice build with a KKM precision barrel. Threw some sights on there. And boom. Actually, I'll show you guys these sights because they're actually pretty cool. Yellow in the rear, green in the front. Do you see that? Actually super cool sights. Really, really nice sights. I like the, the color difference. Actually pretty cool. Does it make the biggest difference in the world? No, it doesn't, but, it's just something I've never seen before. Next up, actually what I'm carrying right now, and I'll prove it with the holster that I'm wearing right now. M&P 9 Shield Performance Center. This is the 1.0. Nothing special about it, other than it absolutely rips. I got this for $350 out the door. Can't beat it. This is 8+1 in this setup, so 9 rounds. That's all you need for self-defense. You will be just fine. Get good ammo, train, and you'll be just fine. Absolutely love it. Like I said, this was never meant to be like a main carry. I just saw it for a great deal. Thought I'd pick it up. My wife could use it, whatever the case may be, and I fell in love with this handgun. It absolutely rips. Plus, I can take this slide off and put it on my Performance Center Shield, and now I got a Performance Center Shield Plus, whatever the case may be. Just an awesome find, awesome pickup. Barely any scratches or wear on it other than what I've done to it from shooting and holstering. Probably one of my favorites, the Beretta PX4 Storm subcompact. They said it was used. I didn't trust that it was used. To me, it seemed brand new. I'm the only one that put all the scratches on it so far. But 13+1 capacity, does not have the rotating barrel, but still shoots like an absolute gem. This is one of the softest shooting handguns I own. Super small. Like I said, 14 total rounds of capacity. Obviously, you have a decocker, double action, single action. This thing just rips. Really, really nice trigger. On top of that, it is a Beretta. I'll show you that single action. And obviously, double action. Nice and predictable. Really, really nice handgun. Next up, an original Shield. Got this for 200, I believe. 200 or 225 out the door, something like that. But you can't beat an original Shield. They're reliable as can be. You know, you're new to firearms, don't want to spend a whole lot, or you're just looking for a backup, whatever. You know, I always say you should have at least 2 handguns for everyday carry. You should have one for if something happens to your main and vice versa. So something like this is just a good pickup that I couldn't let go by me. I just couldn't. So that's why we have this, and my wife likes shooting it, my mom likes shooting it, so why not? It was basically a pretty good pickup. Let's see. Glock 23. You're going to find these all over the place. I got this for 300. Mine had a little bit more wear on it. Not the biggest deal in the world. This doesn't matter, but really happy with it. You know, I like Glock 23s a lot. I like 40. Plus, you can turn it into a 9mm as well as 357 SIG. So you can basically turn this handgun into 2 other calibers, as well as get a 22 long rifle conversion kit for it, making it total of 4 calibers you can shoot out of this handgun. Ergonomics are on point. Plus, it's just a Glock 23. If you buy a used Glock, yeah, you may have to swap out a part here and there, but it's going to be very, very minimal in terms of maintenance and cost, especially if you buy it used. Chances are you're not buying a used handgun with 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 rounds. You just aren't. It just doesn't happen. This is simple, just, you know, holster wear. And if I really want to take care of that, I'll just have it done by my buddy. So, actually looks really nice. Shoots really well. Love the Glock 23. Next up, we'll go the grip zone, the grip zone, the grip zone in 45. One of my favorite 45s. Super flat shooting. All XDs. The whole line is flat shooting. It's got a big, heavy slide on it. Still relatively small. A little bit bigger than your average Glock 26 or Glock 27. Like I said, in 45, this thing just rips. Plus, it's the Mod 2, so we can make fun of the grip zone. And it's in stainless. Looks absolutely flawless. This was $275. And actually, at the time, pretty funny, they were selling a XD Mod 2 subcompact in 45, and it was all pink, black, and it was Jaguar print with pink. It was insane, and I actually called. I was going to buy it as a joke and maybe have it redone or whatever the case may be after I made the video. Someone picked it up the next day. It was insane. I thought that handgun would never sell, but it was basically this in pink and cheetah print. Actually, pretty funny. Now, one of my favorite handguns of all time, the Performance Center 40 Shield. This thing is just awesome. This has less recoil than a Glock 27 by far. And it's thinner, it's lighter, and this thing is so easy to conceal. You know, for people in places like California and stuff like that, this is a great option. Mag restricted states, it's a great option. And you can convert this, once again, to 357 SIG, 9mm, and so on. Absolutely love it. I got this for my birthday one year for $325. So, absolutely love this thing. Used handguns, doesn't matter to me. I'm not someone that walks around and has to have the best of the best or, you know, what's considered the best of the best, because I'd be perfectly fine with something like this that I paid $299 for. A used M&P 40C, the 1.0. So, before they called it the subcompact. 10+1 of 40 Smith & Wesson, came with a rail. This was actually a backup for a law enforcement officer. So, actually a pretty cool handgun. Has the hinge trigger, which I don't really mind. Decent texturing, pretty good ergonomics, and for $300, you have an awesome setup. Plus, it takes the larger mags. The grip zone, another Mod 2 from the same guy. So obviously that guy loved Mod 2s. He did. He sold this one to them. He sold that 45 I just showed you, and he showed, it must have been his wife's, that 45 in pink and Jaguar print. So this right here is one of my favorite handguns as well. I just love the way they shoot. And for the money, I think I paid $300 for this, or $325, I forget. You just can't beat it. All the scratches, holster wear, stuff like that are from me. Forget the grip zone part. It feels good in the hand. Like, I get why they wanted to direct your attention to it, because, man, does it feel natural. Feels ergonomic, and it has really, really good texturing that's not too abrasive. So, absolutely love this. Great finish on it. I just have had great lucks with XD, so I can't really talk down on them. Last but not least, Ruger SR9C. These aren't all my used handguns. These are just some in my first safe that I wanted to show you guys, bring out here. I have so many used handguns because they're all such good deals. But anyways, the SR9C, this is a gem of a Ruger. This is before Ruger pistols became a little bit cheaper. Now, I love my LCP Max. I love my LCPs and stuff. But as a main carry, the stuff that they're putting out now is not as quality. The American series still is. But the SR9C, I encourage you, if you ever find one of these on the used market, jump on it. It is a gem. It's 10+1, very similar in size to a Glock 26. Ergonomics are really good. Great trigger, great shootability. This is what they should have stayed with instead of going to the security series. Like I said, I think I paid $250 for this or something. Unbelievable deal. And here's the thing, guys. With buying used, you can't forget you can get discontinued options. Like I said, this is one of my favorite handguns to carry right now. One of my favorite handguns to carry and shoot. And this is discontinued. And they just had one at my local gun store for $275. I mean, you can't beat it. These are $600 guns. You know, Glocks are $500, $550. That Beretta was $550 when it came out. I mean, all great handguns. So, you can't beat used. They're great deals. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take advantage of it. Thanks for watching.